you know what? Miracles happen. Miracles definitely, because we would never have dreamt that this tyrant would have actually disappeared so quickly. I say, thank Allah, thank Allah, thank Allah. It's a miracle that happened. No one would have imagined suddenly, in a short span of time, and everything turned and changed. May Allah protect the people of Syria. May Allah grant them goodness. May Allah Almighty protect them from enemies within and enemies outside. Because many a time we feel we've been victorious and then we are let down by so many factors. May Allah Almighty protect all of us. So my brothers and sisters, imagine those people who are suffering, what do they need from you? They need you firstly to be connected to Allah, to be able to feel the connection with them. If I see a creature walk past here, creature, say an animal, say a cat, say a dog, why would I care for the dog? There's a reason. I'm a Muslim, I worship Allah, I'm trying to please Allah. The same Allah I'm trying to impress created this dog. I need to make sure I'm not going to harm this creature of Allah. That's why the hadith speaks about a man who earned forgiveness because he was kind to a dog. A woman who earned forgiveness because she was kind to a cat. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. This is why, because Allah wants you to connect with Him so that you realize and understand who the rest of the people are. Today in the Ummah, we have differences with one another. At times, you have someone who goes to this masjid, that masjid, the other masjid. I tell you, one of the facts, yes, I believe I'm on the right path, but these are my brothers and sisters. I might disagree with them on 5 important matters, but I tell you what, I still consider them my brothers and sisters of the Shahada, come what may, because the enemy wants you and I to dispute in a way that we have no might, no power, no plan. They will destroy this. When they're done with this, they will destroy the other. While this one was being destroyed, everyone else was laughing. Or they were saying they deserve it. I'm sure you've heard that sometimes, right? Because we just go to a different masjid and say they deserved it. They did not deserve it. May Allah guide them and guide us and guide all of us. But we are all needed. We are part of an ummah. And this is why those who preach division are the ones who are far from Allah. Those who want to look at that which separates you and divides you without looking at the common factors. And I'm not belittling the differences of opinion, or I'm not saying that you have to all be right. I'm right. I don't want to belittle that. I believe so. Where I'm proven wrong, I will change it. I need to have the evidence. I need to know. I need to be convinced. But at the same time, I need to also realize as an ummah, we have differences. We will. Let's discuss them. Let's see in a respectful manner. And while discussing them, I still consider you my brother. You are still my sister. I still care for you. And I care for the whole ummah. That's the only way we will be able to protect one another. May Allah Almighty grant us goodness and ease. So, my brothers and sisters, this beautiful gathering we have tonight, I pray that we promise Allah that we will do better in our lives and we will not miss the opportunities Allah gives us. Now, can I tell you what opportunities Allah gives us? I started off talking about 3 things. And now you become bored. Imagine the divine planning of Allah. 30 days, 29 to 30. Beautiful timing. You kick off with a bang. And what happens thereafter? You go forth and you enjoy it. You get to 15 days and you take the end much more seriously. But if Ramadan was 40 days, I promise you, it wouldn't have the same impact. It's not 40 days. And if Ramadan was only 10 days, you're just about warming up, and next thing it's gone. Allah blessed you and I. He knows you and I. He created us. He gave us a proper month, and He says this is the month of forgiveness, the month of the Quran, the month of fasting, the month of charity, the month of so much goodness. Do the goodness, make sure you do it. And we don't have to wait for Ramadan to seek the forgiveness of Allah, because you and I might not see Ramadan. A few days ago, a friend of mine from Malaysia, 46 years old, perhaps 47 years old, suddenly heart attack, and he is in a coma, apparently brain dead. And the family is deciding what to do. I wouldn't have imagined. He messaged me a few days before telling me, inshallah, we will meet in January in Malaysia and in Indonesia. And subhanallah, now, he's in ICU, literally fighting for his life. This is a few days ago. So before we return to Allah, let us turn to Allah. Did you hear that? Before we return to Allah, let us turn to Allah. Because it is only when we turn to Allah that we will achieve the success of this world and the next. Not just one. We will achieve the success of this world and the next. So push yourself. Ramadan comes, push yourself. A Friday comes. A Friday comes. A Friday is the most blessed day of the week. Take it seriously. Make sure you make your dua, supplication to Allah. Ask Allah what you want. Seek forgiveness from Allah. There is an hour or a certain time during the Friday within which no matter what you ask Allah, He will grant you and He will give you. If you are serious about a dua or a supplication, you will repeat it from the morning of the Friday throughout the day, the whole day, because you know that at least one moment within that whole day would have been the moment when dua application is. So Friday is another train. Your phone is a train. Your dress is a train. Catch the train. What you listen to in your ears is a train. Make sure you catch the train. Sometimes you're on the wrong train. Sometimes you're on the wrong train. A little joke came to mind. Can I say it? Can I say it? Talking about the wrong train. Some people think they're too clever. So this guy was going to London. He jumps on the train that was heading up to Glasgow. And he didn't realize, because he was busy on his phone or whatever it was. And so, sometime later he's asking the people saying, you know what? Where are you guys going? And they said, no, we're going to London. We're going to Glasgow. He's going to London, right? So, they got hold of, he started getting angry and upset. And they got hold of the guy who checks the tickets. And when he realized, he tells him, don't worry, this side is going to London and that side is going to Glasgow. He said, okay, I'm going to sit on this side. Look at how foolish the joke was. Nobody laughed. Come on, laugh just to make me happy. I love these little boys. They remind me of my kids. When I crack a dad joke, they say, tickle me, I want to laugh. May Allah bless you all. Allah grant peace. But nonetheless, these are all trains. Sometimes you're on the wrong train, meaning you have your earphones. You can either have something beneficial. You're listening to an audio book. You're listening to some Quran. You're listening to nasheed. You're listening to a good talk. You're listening to something beneficial. Or you could be listening to something that's almost pornographic. You could be.